Hi everyone. So in this class we will mainly talk about the project management, their strategies, their structure, the culture, how to develop a project plan, and mainly how to manage the risk. Risk management will be the main focus in this class. So before we start, let's talk about risk management. What is risk management on projects? It's a process of identifying, analyzing, and then responding to any risk that arises over the life cycle of a project to help the project remain on track and meet its goal. It's not a reactive only, it should be a part of planning process to figure out risk that might happen in the project and how to control that risk if it's in fact occurs. We know that a risk in anything that could potentially impact our project's timeline, the performance, and the budget. So the management, the risk management, and then the process of identifying, categorizing, prioritizing, and the planning for risk before they become an issue. That's the most important thing. Risk management can mean different things on different types of projects, and on a large scale project, risk management strategies might include extensive detailed planning for each risk to ensure mitigation strategies which should be in place if the issue arises. And for smaller projects, risk management might mean a simple prioritized list of high, medium, or low priority risk. We always need to develop a risk management framework where we should make sure at least 6 things like identify the risk, analyze, the prioritize, the ownership, respond, and monitor. So these 6-man framework we will be discussing in our coming video as well. By keeping this technology, now talk about the technology, it is becoming a major component of a project management. So the protection of project management is the most important thing. Okay, there are some attacks and some topics we have already discussed in our previous class, like DDoS attack. So the robustness of a DDoS attack is growing day by day. This is exactly why we see so many of them in the area of project management. Like hackers are targeting organizations to steal crucial information. We remember that what's DDoS attack, right? It's a distributed denial of service attack. So the common method include like a flooding of websites and networks with false traffic. This is being made possible by the presence of DDoS for hires services where hackers can rent out their skills at low prices. Also, the IoT seems to be contributing to the problem as well. The only solution to set up a DDoS migration plan and observe LAN or WAN traffic is bandwidth consumption. The second risk may be the ransomware. This type of there's one type which is called self-propagating ransomware. That type of ransomware is spread via systems that are unpaged workstations. All they need is an automated software update. So the key purpose of this type of ransomware seems to be to destroy data rather than extort money. The only solution to keep data backed up and make sure that all systems are patched. We will also discussed about malware, but it's important to talk here because that will be the also part of the discussion here. What is the malware? After premises or the cloud services, make it possible to send and store data. These services are targeted by hackers who can encrypt malware into the system. The solution is to make use of intelligence monitoring and analytics. These services can look for a suspicious behavior and identify sign of hacking. Phishing, also important part. So that's we know, we have discussed about phishing in our previous class. Phishing is a security threat that is carried out via email. So the recipient is tricked into divulging information after being convinced that this email is from legit or legitimate source. The system becomes infected when the recipients click the link or download that attachment. So phishing can be prevented by training employees to identify suspicious emails and installing security solutions that can scan emails. Internal threats, like employees, they are the biggest security threat to any project. We have to keep in mind. So according to statistics, the employees, they often fall victim to ransomware and phishing attacks frequently. More than 90% of attack can be traced down to a particular employee. So the solution here to train the employees by instituting security policies and provide access to key information resources on the basis of verification and authorization. Last but not least, phishing that involves the use of phone call to carry out an attack, where the attacker convinces the victim to guide them through the process of altering, setting, and even changing passwords. The only solution is to provide information security training and make sure the policies are in place that prevent the sharing of information via phone calls.